Good evening. Welcome back to Trey's Tabletop Crossrip. This is episode 5. I am Trey, screen name Ghostbuster LML III, back with another unboxing video for you. This time we have the Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance game by Twogether Studios. Now this one was not on Kickstarter. This was a pre-order through the Twogether Studios website, but it worked kind of a lot like a Kickstarter, even though they called it a pre-order. There was a basic edition and then a deluxe edition that was available only through the pre-order, and then everybody who pre-ordered, no matter which edition, got an extra pack of pre-order cards that's not going to be available at retail. So what we have here tonight is the deluxe edition that is only available through the pre-order through their website. They still have the regular edition available, and the regular edition will be going to retail, but at this point you'll have to find this the extra pack on the secondary market. So for anybody that doesn't know, this is based on the podcast The Adventure Zone, which is done by the McElroy family, 3 brothers and their dad. It's a 5e D&D actual gameplay podcast where the youngest brother Griffin does the DMing, while 2 of the brothers and the dad are the characters, and they play their characters through the entire arc. It's several arcs, but it's the whole campaign that this is based on is called Balance. They have since finished that campaign, and now they have other things that are still under the Adventure Zone podcast, but they're not called the Balance arc. It's other different arcs, different characters, and even different games and sometimes. But this is based on their first one. If you go on anywhere you can get your podcast, you can start at the beginning. It is a very, very fun listen. I've done it twice now, and it was a lot of fun. So when I heard that they were making a game kind of based on it, which would be like a role-playing light kind of a game, I thought, well, you know, what the heck? I bet my kids will enjoy this, get them kind of into the world of storytelling while gaming, and I thought this would be a lot of fun. So I backed this, or backed it, wasn't Kickstarter, but pre-ordered this, and so we're going to do an unboxing video for y'all tonight. So let's see. Always take off the plastic so y'all know that I have not looked through these before. So kind of doing these live, y'all get to experience it with me. So we'll move that out of the way. So we'll start with, so this is like I said, this is the deluxe box. The regular box has the Adventure Zone title front and center. This is the deluxe box, so it has the Bureau of Balance logo for those that know the podcast, and this is the Void Fish, which plays a key role in the balance arc in the podcast. So I won't say any more than that for those of you who may not have listened to it yet, but for those that ordered the deluxe, probably they ordered the deluxe because they know the podcast, and so you know what the Void Fish is. So here we go. All right, so yeah, so there's kind of the logo that you would see on the regular box cover. So this is your rule book. These are your players, and now, like I said, this is going to be like a role-playing light kind of a game. So it sets up to where it kind of handles your story, but you can make up kind of how your character responds to give yourself bonuses. So your choices are, you can play one of these class of characters: the rogue, the warrior, the priest, the wizard, or the bard. You kind of make up your name, but it has standard strengths based on what kind of challenge you're going to face. So, but you're a bard, and you just make it up. So it's an entry level into a role-playing kind of game. And like I said, I think it'll be good for the kids. So here are the standard tokens that come with the game. So you've got these challenge tokens that are by class, and you can use these to help out your players. This is a cooperative game, so if you are the bard and somebody else is fighting a monster and you want to help, for that round, for one time during the round, you can use your token, you give them your challenge token, and we'll give them a bonus to their roll. So now, like I said, these are the standard tokens. There should be nicer ones down here in this box. This is the deluxe edition. This is the Fantasy Costco, which you put together, mix 3D to hold the cards. Here is the game board. So that's the moon base of the Bureau of Balance, for those of you who may not know the game, or know the podcast. here's where you lay out your cards. And the idea is that you've got these challenges. You've got 3 challenges, and you're trying to defeat, I think, at least 2 of them. Bear with me, it's been a while since I've gone through the rules, and this is just an unboxing, but I think you got to defeat 2 of them to win the game. So your life is up here, shields are down here. If you can't defeat 2 of them, by the time you run out of life, you're dead. So here are the basic game comes with 1. This is a special made D20, obviously oversized. The Deluxe comes with a separate D20 for each of the characters. Your base game only came with 1. The Deluxe game comes with 5. And then here is the other Deluxe exclusive, are instead of tokens for the challenge coins, you actually have challenge coins for each class. So you've got your Bard, your Warrior, your Wizard, your Rogue, and your... hang on. Oh, Priest was what I was missing. Sorry. So, yeah. So, double-sided. They are metal. So, it's a nice upgraded token. And those of you who watch my channel know that I am a fan of upgraded tokens. I like metal tokens or other upgraded pieces. So, here are more cards. And I won't go through all of these, but basically you're going to have cards in each of these. You can set up, you'll have, different location missions, different relic missions, different villain missions. Does that come out pretty well? So you got the missions and the challenges, and what you're trying to do is you've got to come up with a roll that is going to beat this number here in the middle by using the D20. Now, this D20 is not a 1 through 20. It is a 1 through 6 with a couple of special, a complete miss, and the Bureau balance for a complete success. So, now this card, just for sake of explanation, because I'm not actually going through a game, but a +1 to this, to the left will give a +1 to 8. So this is an 8, so now it's a +1, so this is a 9. So if I'm going to roll, I need a 9 or better. So how do I do that? You do that by storytelling in this game, because this only goes up to 6 with a complete victory. So how in the world would I get a 9? Well, you can storytell, and there are cards in here that says, story +1. What is your trick for opening the door? So if you can come up with, just narrate your story of what is your trick, how are you going to open this door, how are you going to open this gate, to your roll by explaining your story, you'll get a +1 to your roll. So now you had to beat a 6. If you story with your friends for your, kind of RPG light, now you only really need a 5. Then, if your friends want to help you out, they can make up a reason for how they would help you out, and the Bard will give you a +1, or the Wizard can give you a +2. So that's kind of how you can get to those numbers, those greater challenges towards the back of the deck, that are, as you work your way down, I think there are 10 cards in each mission. As you work your way down and the number gets greater, you got to come up with ways to do that. So I'm not going to go through each of these decks because that might be a little tedious for you viewers at home. I will open this one just because it was the pre-order exclusive. So let's do that. Set that aside. So, I noticed, having not opened it, that's Noelle. So, again, for those of you who know the podcast, these are podcast-specific characters. Noelle, and then Yavi the Gerblin. Those are both from the actual podcast campaign. So, these are Clint McElroy the Janitor. It's a running joke. And then you've got Fantasy Costco cards that are not available. These will give you bonuses as well. Like I said, these are not available in the retail edition, but Burnside Sideburns. So you build your Fantasy Costco. These are advantage cards that you will obviously add to your roll. So a +1 strength versus a particular kind of challenge. A +1 to strength, a +1 to strength if you are one of those kind of challenges, but not other kinds of challenges. So those you can tell here, traps, potion, stuff like that. So that's what we have. I am very much looking forward to this game. Like I said, I think I got this because A, I enjoy the podcast, and B, I thought it would be a good way to introduce my kids kind of to the RPG idea. Because if, start telling the story, have your kids, what would you do to open this door? Then they get a +1. So they kind of get that idea, and it'll kind of lead them into kind of the heavier RPG stuff. So that's the Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance game. This was the deluxe edition. I'm looking forward to having it hit the table and trying it both with my game group and with my kids. Hope everybody has a good day and a happy new year. Thanks, y'all.